Good morning, family. This is Talk to Live, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Today, July 23rd in the year 2020, we're going to be speaking to you on the subjects very powerful that you will know, you need to know about it. What is the subject today, Rotimi? I'm going to be telling you after this, after I come back after this, but I want you to do something for me, please. As usual, I'm demanding from you again, please try as much as possible to please invite just one person to come and share this platform with you. Please let one person, just one person, come and share this great time with you. Today, you don't want to miss it. Today is a day that you will hear what you're longing for to hear. Once again, this is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. Good morning. This is Talk to Live, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Today, July 23rd in the year 2020. I will be sharing with you on the subject of question. Yes, question. That's what I'll be sharing with you today. Most of you are going through what you are going through right now because of the question that you don't ask. Yes, please, I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now, please? Please let me know if you can hear me. Somebody on Facebook said she can, oh, I don't know, maybe it's he or she. If they can't hear me. Okay, now you can hear me. This is Talk to Live, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Wherever you are, it does not matter. Just make sure you let me know if you can hear me or not. So today is the 23rd. Please, let's invite one person. Let one person invite one person. Just invite one person. Just, hey, you have to join me on this program. Because today you have to hear it. It's something powerful that you must hear. You must hear. So, without further ado, let us pray. Because, you're going to be like Jesus. It started with prayer and ended with prayer. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we are here this morning just to do one thing, to learn at your feet. I'm not qualified to share, but you just use me as a tool to bless the people today. As many that are listening to me right now, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever they are, bless them. Lord, unfold to them what they need to know so they can lead their world or teach their world what they need to know. Thereby register their name as one of the leaders that ever passed through this face of the earth. I thank you today because this short time we're going to spend with ourselves is not going to be a wasted time, but it's going to be productive. In your most holy name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go on one more short break, and when we come back, we're going to start the subject of question. What are the questions you need to know? Why must you ask question? What are the things you need to know about question? The nugget of question and the definition of question. I'll see you when I come back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life. Here I help you to see the things. Okay, can you hear me now? It's very low. Somebody said my voice is very low. YouTube, can you hear me loud and clear? Please let me know. I want somebody to signify to say, hey, you are good. Okay, let me know, please. Please let me know. I don't want to be speaking while I'm communicating. If you can't hear me, it's a waste. Let me know if you can hear me. Are you on Facebook? Can you hear me, Facebook? Can somebody respond from YouTube, please? Somebody on Instagram. If you can hear me, just let me know, please. I'm going to be lowering the volume of the beat. Can you hear me, please? Hello? Hello? No, it's too much. Okay, somebody say yes. So let's start right now. I like to use Bishop Adedokun as a subject in most of the things I discuss because he has helped me to see life differently. If you don't know Bishop Adedokun is the founder of Winners Chapel International, popularly called Winners Chapel, but it's called Living Faith Church Worldwide. So, in the year 2081, May to be precise, I think May 2nd or 3rd, the Lord spoke to Bishop Adedokun in an 18-hour vision to start a ministry to go and liberate the world through the preaching of the word of faith. And God said, I'm sending you to undertake these tasks. So you get to a time then Bishop Adedokun wants to step out into the ministry, to full-time ministry. Yes, peace. Thank you so much for your response. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. Peace said, I don't know if it's she or he, said he can hear me. I really love that. Okay. So Bishop Adedokun was about to launch out into ministry. And he was asking God in prayer. I said, God, now that you have sent me to full-time ministry, who pays me? This was the question of Bishop Adedokun long time. And he was asking God, 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 and one day the Lord said, I called you, and when I call you, nobody's there. So the Lord revealed to him Luke chapter 10 to 1. And I'm going to read it to you right now. It said, after these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, sent them 2 by 2 before his face, and into every city and place whither he himself will go. So God appointed 70 outside the 12, and he gave them an appointment. And Bishop Adedokun led us to know that with that verse of scripture, God said, hey, I sent you and I'm responsible for you. So he said that day he saw an invisible appointment letter in his hand. That invisible letter made him to go with the mindset that God is the one that sent him the responsibility. Okay, Peace says she. Thank you, Peace. I celebrate you. Wow, I really love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what am I trying to say? And when Bishop Adedokun started and things are not working, the money is not coming, and the Lord ministered to him in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 11. He said, if we have sown unto you spiritual things, it is a great thing if we shall reap your carnal thing. And God said to him, he said, your input and impact will determine the response of the people. God told him, hey, in his question, he said, don't raise money, don't raise men. That is why you will never see Bishop Adedokun to say, hey, 10 people, come out, start them down, bring $1 million, bring $50 million. No. God told him to raise people, and the people that he raised, he will have more money. I'm saying all this to say, until you ask correct question, you will be wallow in frustration. Question is what is keeping you where you are. You're supposed to ask some question before you got married. You're supposed to ask some question before you take that job. You're supposed to ask some question to ask your children some question. Ask your boss, your friend, Because Mike Morrow said, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. And what makes you to know the purpose is because most of the people live on assumption. What will make you to understand life and live life of purpose, by purpose and for purpose, is by art of question. Now, the question that you don't ask your husband will make you to perceive him as a wrong person. This is a person that has been taking you out, buying you gifts, but right now you start seeing the other part of him that you don't know. Let me tell you this. Question reveals what you don't know. Question reveals what you don't know. My TV, I'm going to need your help today. My son has gone to bed. Question reveals what you don't know. You never live on assumption. Never work for somebody until you have a clear definition. This is what I'm making. This is when I will pay you. These are the terms and conditions. These are the things. Before you get married to a man, ask him, how many ladies have you dated before? What is my number in the number of ladies that you have seen? Do you have kids? If, how many? And ask him, how will you be able to relate with me with the kids that you have? What about the mother of all these children? Do you guys still communicate? When you communicate, do you still go to his house or her house? Ask questions. Let me tell you something. If you don't ask a trouble question, your marriage will end in trouble. If you don't ask a deliberate, intentional, and trouble question until you get people off their feet, you will never have your feet while in marriage, in job, in relationship, in ministry. Ask it, anything that you can think about. Question reveal. Question it at the beginning, you will look as if you are troublesome. But let me tell you something. My mother told me this. I will say it in Yoruba language where I was born, and I'm going to say it in English. My mother told me that issue atenumoro king jono issue. It means when somebody who has question all the time put anything on fire, that kind of food on fire will never be burnt. It means when after 5 minutes we have to go and check the food. After 5 minutes you have to check the food. After 1 minute we have to know what is happening. Because if you don't know what is happening now, you will soon know what is happening. If you don't know what is happening, you will soon know what has been happening. Yes, that's what I intend to say. If you don't know what is happening, you will soon know what has been happening. Never let love cover your eyes. Love is not blind. Never let offer cover your eyes. If they give you a money, they say we'll pay you 200, and after 1 month, they are postponing it. 200, don't worry, we will increase it. No. If you are working in a church, let them know what is my responsibility. Am I the pastor? If I'm the pastor, what are my duty? Okay, how many people is going to make decision? These are my mistakes in life, and I'm telling you. One of the way I tell people that you should respect a pastor is that pastor lives in so many pains that they can't discuss with people. Pastor lives in so many trouble that they can't even share with people. Because how will you take your question to them when they are having trouble all over their faces? That's why when they go back at home, they will cry. That's why they go back at home. Sometimes their wife is giving them trouble in the house. Sometimes their children are not doing good, and they still come to the altar to minister to you. So that is why don't add to their question. All you need to do when things happen in life, you have to relax. When you are relaxed, now ask question. What is happening? Did I tell you the best person you can pay for is or a lunch is a failure? A conversation with failure, I call it. You should ask a failed person, what did you do wrong? What are the things you wish you have done? What are the places you have been to? Why do you go there? Until you ask some deliberate, intentional, trouble question, your life will never end wherever you want. I want you to know this. You need to ask questions. You need to ask questions. You need to ask questions. Never, ever spare a man. A lady, you don't know that your beauty is your power. When a man have access to you once, you have lost your power. That is why during relationship, during courtship, you are in charge. You can tell him what you want. He can take you, but once you marry, because marriage means you bow. Marriage simply means bow. That's why when a lady fights in marriage because she doesn't know what she signed for, that is why they have you to sign. Signature means you attest to it. You acknowledge it, that you are not forced into it. What am I talking about this morning? I'm saying that you need to ask questions. I don't care how long you have been married. I don't know how long you have been working. You have to ask your boss some questions. You have to ask somebody that said, hey, I want to be your friend. Ask him question. Ask that question. Why did you choose me? How many friends do you have? What do you do? Because if you work with somebody who is jobless, very soon they will tell you to leave your own job. If you work with somebody who has lost his marriage, very soon they will talk you out of your own. If you work with somebody who eats all their paycheck, very soon you will still be buying Ashwebi. You will spend the money that you don't have to please the people who don't like you. So I want you to take a pause today. It's July 23rd. And ask question. When a man takes you out, I'm dealing with something right now. A young lady, she was thinking that the guy was interested in her. Being around this guy, being around this guy, being around this guy. The guy never talked anything. The guy never said anything. She was still believing. And one day, she got to understand that the guy is about to get married. The lady almost run mad. She asked me, hey, pastor, I thought he's interested in me. We go out together, we eat together. A lady never live on assumption. One of the way that people don't know, I'm a counselor, I'm a pastor, I'm a motivational speaker. I've seen things, I've heard things. The question, I want you to think about it. If you are dating a guy right now, you've been married, it's high time. But as a lady, before you open your legs to any man, know who he is. As a guy, before you follow a lady down the road that you don't understand. No, some people, when you get married to some people, your destiny will crash. Some people inside their blood is for them to cause trouble. No matter who you are, once you get married to them, they will bring you down. Ask them, sir, what are the things you have never told anybody that you need to tell me? Once you are dating, it's not a time of watching movie. It's a time of asking questions. Simply dating, what do you call it? Courtship. It's a time of knowing. How will you know somebody if you don't ask questions? Sir, love is not blind. Love is not blind. Don't subscribe to it. Love is not blind. I will be right back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi. When I come back, I'm going to be giving you 5 definitions of question, 5 definitions about question, 5 definitions that you need to know about question. And after this 5 definitions, I'm going to take another break. But for now, I want you to think about it. What are the mistakes you have made? What are the things learned from your mistake? And put up a question that you need to ask anybody, your friend. You have to limit the number of people on your Facebook. Limit the number of people on any social platform. It is not about who called you. It's not about how many people called. It's about who called you. One rich person. Okay, I was praying yesterday about a book I'm about to release, and the Lord told me you need $10,000 to publish this book. Do you have it? I said no. He said, how can I do it? He said, everybody that you have mentored, all those people you have pastor, people that you are blessing, tell them, hey, you need $10,000. If somebody have it, one person can give me $10,000. Okay, if 2 people can give me $5,000. If $1,000. If 10 people can give me $10,000. If 20 people can give me $500. If 1,000 people can give me $100. It's about the people. So all you need to do, they call it in English like they call it streamline. Don't go with crowd. Go with kings and queens. I'm trying to tell you today to separate yourself from the crowd. That is not where you belong. You don't see kings walking with other people. Kings walk with kings. And you take a process of questioning, continuous, intentional, and deliberate question to be able to sieve bad people out of your life and retain the good. I will be right back. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with you, Rotimi Adedokun. Today is the 23rd of July in the year 2020. We are on the subject of question. Never live on an assumption. It's a platform for frustration. Assumption is a platform for frustration. I will say it again. Assumption is a platform for frustration. Don't ever pity anybody. Your body is your power. Your time is your power. Your investment is your power. What I'm doing every morning is to invest in you. After 3 months of doing this, we're going to be rounding up this month. I've done it for 60 days of sleepless night. This is 10 minutes to 1 a.m. Central Time in the United States. I have other things to do. After 2 months, I want to hear your testimony. After 3 months, I want a change in your life. All these, I'm not just here to motivate you. I am much more here to impact you. I've made some dangerous mistakes in my life. I'll be able to see mistakes that people are believing. As a pastor, as a chaplain, as a counselor, as an inspirational speaker, I've heard things. So I'm here to help you. Don't live on assumption. Let people say you are curious. It's good. Let people say you are tough. It's good. It's better to be tough right now than to find yourself in a place that you don't want to be. God does not design you to be living a frustrated life. Neither will God design you to be living a low life. But your inability to be able to take responsibility, that is what is making you to take the life that you don't want. That's why I call this platform Talk to Life. After this program, create 5 minutes and start speaking to yourself. Is what Rotimi is saying, does it make sense? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. There are some things that will not make sense to you. But I want to tell you, there are some things that will make sense. Okay, tell me I'm not good. Say I'm wasting my time. Tell me that, oh, it doesn't make sense. But can you take 5% of what I'm saying and put it to your life? I'll be able to sit with some kings. I'll be able to listen to some people who are leading this world. I'll be able to pay money, sow seed, and get into some people's places, some people's life. And I'll be able to hear how kings think. I'll be able to know how great men perceive life. That is why I'm coming up with all things. If you want to be truthful with yourself, you will know what I'm saying are good. But if you don't want to, you might say, no, it doesn't make sense. But can you give me just 5% out of what I'm saying for you to count it? And take today and sit down. This boyfriend that I've been working with, this man we have been sleeping, why I'm not sieving my word. I'm saying to you straight. So you will know what I'm saying is a pain in my body. I've made some dangerous mistake that if you hear it, you will never know that, wow, this guy, you have done this and you are still doing this thing. Yes, it is God that redeemed me. It is God that gave me a second chance. So I don't want you to make the same mistake. Assumption is the platform for frustration. Never think a lady with high heel and small skirt is the best girl. No, never think a lady with good shape and long 25 inches long weave-on is the best guy. Never think a guy that is driving Lexus Jeep is the best guy. No, you can start with somebody who has nothing. I have nothing when my wife said yes to me. I was living in Nigeria, I was living in US. But thank God she said yes to me. Yesterday was her birthday. Thank God she said yes. So if you live on what you see, you will not see what you want to see. Help me to write it. I like that. If you live by what you see, you will not see what you want to see. I'm telling you. With all respect, my friend is watching me right now. I don't want to mention name. She knows the Rotimi then and Rotimi now. Most of people who knows me back then, they say I'm a different person now. Now, it took me time to grow. But you know what happened? Why am I saying all this? Because I don't want you to take you time to know. What am I saying to you? There are 5 definitions of question that will be given to you. One, the first definition is this: question reveals and unveil intention of man. Don't get too close. From afar, perceive them. From afar, look at them. Use your microscope, your inner eyes. Perceive them. Who are they when they are with you? And who are they? Before you get married to a lady, give her a surprise visit. How does she treat her siblings? What about her mother? How does her mother talk to her father? This thing flows in the body. It flows in the blood. Before you get married to a man, ask him, how many ladies have you dated before now? Why did you stop your last relationship? Question, give him tough time if you don't want to have tough time with him. Let me tell you something. People, guys, subscribe to lady who is hard on them. Yes. That's exactly what I mean. If you are too cheap, they will play you like soccer ball and kick you aside. Let me give you an example. Mike Smoro, his blessed memory, that died when he was very young in Bahamas. He has big opportunity. He's speaking big platform, especially youth platform. And every time he speaks, beautiful lady will just come around him. They want to be with him. They want to know. But this lady that she got married to will just stood apart and be looking and say, what is he doing? What is it that he's doing that I cannot do? If he develop himself to do this, I can do the same thing. And Mike Smoro said, he was curious to know what makes this lady too simple. Because if you present yourself too cheap, you cannot afford yourself. If you present yourself very cheap, you will not be able to afford yourself. The first question, the first definition of question, question reveals and unveil. It reveals and unveil. It reveals. Somebody who wear mask, when you remove the mask, you will see the real person. Unveil, the person is covering his eyes. Now, when you lift the head up, you will know the real person. As a matter of fact, this thing, I think, let me just say it to somebody. I don't know who is listening right now. When my wife and I started dating, like one or two out of our siblings did not believe in me. They said, this guy in Nigeria, what he's looking for is to have American passport. Can you imagine that? Now God has blessed me. I send money to them. One thing my mother told me, say, make sure what the prophecy of your enemy did not come to pass in your life. Two things will happen if you fail. Number one, the enemy will say what they said about you is right. And number two, people who has been attached to your destiny will cry. Make a choice. Yes, if you fail, if you let what people said about you should come to pass, your enemy will celebrate. And people who has been tied to your loin, who's supposed to be in your word, who's supposed to enjoy in your wealth, they will cry. What am I trying to say is that make sure what people are saying about you. I'm telling you, my wife said go and speak to them. I was talking to them, they said we are not sure. One of them did not even come to our wedding. Yes. But you know what happened? I just know that this is Rotimi. And I'm bold. I speak to them, carry my shoulder up and say, you know what happened? When God is for you, nobody can be against you, sir. Man, just get this right. I got to United States 365 days. You know what I mean? 1 year. That was when God proved to them that I'm not here for paper. I love my wife and she loves me and we got married. God did a wonder that none of them can believe. Why? I got my US passport in 1 year. Beat it. This is a personal story. I'm not supposed to say it. My wife will not happy when she's listening to this. I don't know. But I'm sorry. I just need to share. What I'm trying to say, if I'm fake, we wouldn't have been together by now. Yes? A decade? Is it a joke? No, it's not. So, let's proceed. Number two, what is question? Question unfold purpose. Anyone with a hidden agenda, when you question them, a guy come to you with big car, ask him where are you working? He say I'm doing what? Clearing and forwarding. What are you clearing? What are you forwarding? What is your address? Who are your friends? Surprise him, don't let him know. One day, go and visit him. It's cheap for a lady to go to a guy and start cooking for him if you're not married him. Who tells you? Guys can lie. If they lie, they will finish you and they will go to the next person. Don't be a victim. That's what I'm trying to say. Question, unfold the purpose. If they are coming to hurt you, if they are coming to steal from you, if they are coming to do anything negative, you question them. Sir, can I have 10 minutes with you tomorrow? Yes. Don't talk on the phone. No. Don't talk on WhatsApp. Leave that thing. People can fake it. Sit down. Go to restaurant. Hey, sir, how old are you? When did you have your first degree? Where are you working? Who are your friends? Why did you choose to do this work? What will happen to you if you lose this job? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? How many of you are in their family? Are you the first son, the only son, the middle son? Because if he's the first son, all the trouble is going to be on his head. If he's the only son, they will be pampering him. So, if it's his first son, you marry to the entire family. Have you ever heard of this? If you are in Nigeria, you will know what I'm saying is truth. People will say, our wife. Have you heard of it before? So, one woman will marry to the father, marry to the mother, marry to all the sister, marry to all the junior. You want to kill her? No. I stop it when they say my wife. My sister does not call my wife. No, our wife, no. She married to me. She married to one person. How can a woman marry to many girls? That's confusion. They say it's our wife. Who tells you that? That is the beginning of frustration in marriage. When I got married to my wife, I set everybody in place. Nobody till now ever call me and say, Rotimi, how's your wife treating you? It's not your business. You face your own, including my parents. That is the thing that keeps me. And when I signed on and she knew, she had to work on the bridge and put everybody where they belong. To the extent that somebody that matters to her, I don't want to call name, said, hey, Rotimi, you have finally taken our daughter away from us. She has never been loyal to anybody like this. Why? When you lead with example and produce a sample. I will say that again. When you lead with a sample, produce sample. Yes, that's what I mean. Question. Number 3. Question is a tool. A tool to do what? A tool that is used by the wise to dig out everything that has been buried. Somebody has been married before, and they even have a wife now. And you are thinking that person is giving you money. They just want to impregnate you and run. Don't subscribe to all these 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira. You are more than that. Do you know, as a lady, you can start a beauty channel on YouTube and you can be making money? There's a lot of Nigerians doing something like that. I have a Nigerian friend. We almost have almost 1 million subscribers. This guy is making over 12,000 to 15,000 monthly. What is he doing? He's just doing motivational stuff. I have a lady who just cook. She just cook. That's what she does. You can show a lady on how to put their colors together. If you use this what I call the outfit, this is the shoe that goes with it. If you want your body spray, you can just do something. What I'm trying to tell you, don't be a secondary citizen, lady. Get yourself together and make your own money. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Because if you don't make your own money, you won't be able to dig on a guy. Because you'll be trusting in his pocket. Question is a tool used by the wise to dig out everything that has been buried. Let's take a short break. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Number 4 question. This is Talk to Live, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Number 4 question. Question bring your past to now. It brings somebody's past to now. Because if you don't talk about it, you will soon talk about it. Yes. If you don't talk about it, you will soon talk about it. Talk to your wife. Talk to your husband. where you make money. When I was in the Navy, active duty, I was making like $6,000. You know, it is shame on a man that you are making money and your husband, your wife, they don't know about it. That means you are not fit for marriage. How could you make money? Your wife does not know. In my house, there is nothing like my money. It's a taboo. We never had it. Our investment, it's our investment. It means you are married, still living a single life. That is the highway, pathway, gateway to what? To divorce. You are making money. You see how people say, you say, this is my money. I will pay for rent. You pay for car. You pay for groceries. It is stupidity at high level. Can you imagine Bishop Adedokun doing that? Can you imagine that the Geo doing that? 2, we kill 10,000. The Bible says. So when you bring separation, you guys are only produced at 1,000 each. And you know, everybody know the calculation. 1,000 plus 1,000, we give you 2,000. But if you guys come together, they call it synergy in the school of success. You produce 10,000. I'm telling you a secret today. I set everything in place before we get into it. 2 things that is holding my marriage to now. 1, no going back. 2, no competition. I don't share this. I just feel like telling you somebody. My wife knows you and I. No matter how all things get in the family, somebody will bring that value back to us. These are the 2 values. No, nobody comes to this family. It is. I'm a pastor, but it is respectful for you to be sharing. Say, Pastor, I've been telling you I want to talk to you about my husband. I said, what is this? My husband does not love me again. It is this. It is. How can I call it? It's because you are a baby, you are not fit for marriage. If you ask enough questions and provoke this guy, you will know him. I'm not saying you know everything, but at least you will know 80%. And 80% on exam is A. If not a B, let's say B. And if you're getting B, that means you 20%, you'll figure it out. So there is nothing like my money. It is wrong. It is our money. There is nobody consider divorce in this house. No matter how hot it is, somebody says we come back. Okay, baby, let me know if you are ready to talk. And we sit down and we talk about it. We hug, and life goes on. Ask question. Question bring your past to now. Why? It invite correction on your past, thereby sets you on a better future. That is the definition number 4. Question brings your past. It brings it to the present. Because if you don't talk about it, you will soon talk about it. Hey, you want to send money to mommy? How much? 100 pounds. Okay. What about my own mommy? Okay, I don't think about it. Okay, I'm not saying she don't send 100 pounds, but next month, we're going to put another 100 pounds and give it to my own mommy. Okay, you agree. So it's not like you send now, and when next month, you just keep your eye because you are showing love. It is not love that keeps marriage, sir. Anybody listen to me right now. Love does not keep marriage. What keeps marriage is understanding. Get wisdom, get understanding. It's not love. Because love is not there, it is developed. That is why a man who doesn't know God can sleep with different girls. No. It's not love that keeps marriage. What do you think some people would do who fornicate, who that? No. Love is developed. But with understanding, you will know anytime you do this, you are sinning against God. Because that is somebody's wife that you're about to do rubbish with. That's somebody's husband that you're about to do rubbish with. So when you have understanding, every month, okay, I'm sending to mommy, need money, $50. Okay, next month I will say, or let's split into 2 and spend 25. Don't say, okay, I will keep quiet. Let me tell you something. If you keeping quiet, one day you will never have a tank to receive it again. When you burst out, that is why some people divorce. Why? They've received enough. They don't have a space again. Don't get to that place. Please, don't get to that place. Talk, but talk with understanding. Baby, we need to talk. You guys should have a code that when things are hot, somebody will step down and beg. It's just for you to keep it. I will never go to a pastor for marriage for advice. For what? Go back. Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2. God should have stopped Eve when she was about to feed Adam with that fruit. But God himself did not get in it. I will not preach more than that. I'm not here to fake it to you. I'm telling the simple truth. Let me just stop like that. Okay? I'm talking too much about marriage. It's about question. So ask question and be clear, straight face. You know, when I first got to US, when I'm asking people questions, I will look down. The white man said, no, 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 that is dubious. You have to look straight to her face. I let it by fire by force. Straight face. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Talk to your call her names. Baby, this, that. Call yourself. Look straight to the person, your husband's eye, your wife's eye, to your boss, and say, man, what are we doing here? What do you want me to do? I will say it again. Question, bring your past to now. Invite correction on your past, thereby creating for you a good future. Last definition. Question unmarks the unknown. If you want to meet somebody, if you want to know their real person, ask them. Ask them trouble. Let them call you name, but you know what you are doing. Let me tell you something. It is appointed for a man to die once. What that means, you don't have two lives. You have one. So if you marry to a wrong person, you have wrong children, producing wrong family, thereby producing wrong society, and at the end, producing wrong country. All of the time. Me, I have 3 kids. I'm setting things in place for them. And people will keep calling me Nigeria. Oh, we just have baby. This is the person that have 4 already. Can you imagine? So what is happening? Announcing to me to do what? So I can give you my own money that I'm planning. I preached about planning today. Let me tell you something. Don't ever send money to anybody until approval is given by your wife, by your husband. Invite peace into your marriage. It's on a platform of question. Make yourself known. I'll be right back. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Here, I help you to see the things God has made provision for. And the things you need to do, I call it responsibility. And when responsibility meets with provision, life will not just give you what you desire. Life will give you what you deserve. You deserve a good family. You deserve financial freedom. You deserve a good health. But these are products of responsibility with provision. We started today, July 23rd, on the subject of question. I said, ask any question you can ask now, because the question you don't ask, you will soon ask more questions. Why me? It's a question that somebody is supposed to help you with when you are showing love. I tell you, there is nothing like love is blind. If God should open your eye, you will see love. He has a recommended glasses. He can see anything. So don't fall for it. You are smarter than that. I've given 5 definitions of question. Let's proceed now. 2. Oh, before then, let me tell you this. Don't you know it? Because anytime Adam left for work, comes back to the garden, he never asks Eve, what have you been doing when I'm not at home? Did you see that? And most of you just come. Your wife wants to talk to you, but you don't want to talk. Your husband wants to talk to you. You feel like, no. Hey, baby, what is happening to you? You look worried today. Be sensitive and be what? Be proactive. Yes, that is the 2 words. Be sensitive, be proactive. Don't allow trouble to knock your door before you start knowing, how can I help you? No, when trouble is coming from afar, stop trouble. Hey, no, don't come here. Somewhere else. Be sensitive, be proactive. Your husband come from work. Hey, baby, what is happening today? How was your day? You are worried. Is there anything I need to know? I know you don't want to talk right now. After shower, after food, we're going to talk in the room. Get him talk. Because anytime Madam come back home, if we be asking, hey, can we talk today? He said no. If he has been allowing what Eve was discussing with the serpent, with the devil, maybe he wouldn't drag them to a day that is going to eat the fruit. Because everything that works or don't work build up over time. Before you run into bankruptcy, you have been maxing your credit card. You have been late in payment, and everything will be building up. You don't pay your student loan, everything will be building up. It will build up. It gets to a time that you can't get out from it again. One intention of death, D-E-B-T, is death. D-E-A-T-H, simple. The one intention, purpose of D-E-B-T is D-E-A-T-H. It's simple. So let's proceed. 5 nuggets about question. Number 1, question is an opener, or question are openers, however you want to call it. Either questions or question. But I want it to be questions, a lot of questions. When you ask questions, you will know what somebody is hiding. You will know. How could you just ask a lady? I know it's going to be funny. But let me put it might be too personal, it might not be appropriate for something like this. But let me ask you, this is what I'm about to say. If somebody has been showing you that their car is nice, they're outside, that's what you see. One day you should have them to open their trunk. Maybe you should ask them to open to see their back seat. Many junks are there. You will never know. If you mistakenly move into that car with them, you will realize that the refuse that is that car, you can't park it. Number 2, openers gives access. If questions are openers, what opener does is that it gives you access into the secret. How would you want to live the rest of your life with somebody that you don't know their past? You don't know. Let me tell you something. Nothing is wrong to be wrong, but everything is wrong if you are hiding your wrong. Help me to type it, please. Nothing is wrong to be wrong, but don't hide it. Because somebody is going to live with it for 70, 80, 90, 100 years. Don't let it be like a shocker to that person. Expose yourself. Even before you give your life to Christ, God, you have to tell God you are a sinner. So if you are a man, you have made mistake. No, let somebody knows. Let that person knows. It is their choice to say, okay, I'm going to live with it. Or, hey, I'm sorry, I got to go back. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Number 3, access create announcement. Once you can access into the secrets of people, it's going to give you announcement. Announcement of either to stay or to leave. So when you choose to stay, that means that's what you choose. So when you, in the next 10 years, don't make it a trouble again because you knew about it. You know this guy had a son before. You know this lady make a mistake. She has a son before. There's nothing new under the sun. Just come, okay, I'm going to live by it. But now the next question is, how are you going to do it? Do you want to allow me to be a mother to this son of yours, to this daughter of yours? How are we going to treat him? How are we going to treat her? What about the mother? You have to ask all this. Hey, I'm in debt. I've been foreclosed before. This. So when you want to buy a house, you know that if two of you are buying house together, on his credit, they will know that, hey, it might hurt the kind of, what I call it, but APR they're going to give you guys. Because somebody have something negative on their house. Because it takes 7 years to 10 years to get it cleared. Are you going to buy a house on your own name? So after then his credit has been cleared, then you can transfer it to both. You have to ask these questions, sir. Some people have spent so many credit cards and they can't afford it. Now they file for bankruptcy and you don't know. And you jump into that. And when you're about to buy a house, they say, no, you can't buy a house. Why? Your spouse is in trouble. Think about it. These are tough questions. I know you don't want to hear it, but I love to talk about it. It's going to help you. So questions are openers. Opener gives access. Access creates announcement. Announcement bet influence. For somebody to own your heart, to arrest your soul, is because you are set them. And I told you what announcement is about. It brings you that rejection or announcement. Please help me. Announcement brings either rejection or acceptance. Rejection or acceptance. When there is acceptance, there's an influence. If you can accept somebody into your life, they will influence you. That means you buy. You have allowed them into the secret place of your life. And every influence will bring blessing. Blessing or otherwise causes. If you allow a bad person to have access to your life, you should know what's going to happen. This is not abracadabra. You don't need a pastor to fast and pray when you know that the person that you married to is a Yahoo person. Once you know the person that you married to, the person does not have a job and is not trying to have one. So you're going to marry to a man who is jobless, then you're going to pay the rent. And when you are frustrated, you want to scatter the whole thing. Don't you know before? It's too late now. You got to stay. I will say it again. Question brings or is an opener. Let's say it's an opener. Then openers gives access. Access creates announcement. Announcement birth influence. Influence attracts either greatness, blessing, or curses. I will be right back. I wanted to ponder on those 5 things. When I come back, I'm going to be giving you things you need to know about question. I will be right back. Talk to life. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Thank you for hanging there with me. I celebrate you. Things you need to know about question. 1. Without question, you will live on assumption. Because if you don't dig down, like I said, question is a tool that helps the wise to dig out what has been buried. It's simple. So if you don't ask question, you are living on assumption. You are driving a car without brake. You are eating a food that has been poisoned. You are fasting and pray on things that you should use wisdom for. Let me tell you something. Write this down. This is very important. God told me in 2016 that wherever there is wisdom, there is no struggle. And reverse it. Wherever there is struggle, there is no wisdom. That should help you. If you are fighting with your husband every day, fighting with your boyfriend every day, if it's a boyfriend, step down and ask him, is this how we're going to be fighting when we marry? I think we need to call it up. If you are married, you are there. God said he heard the voice. Ask him, how can we stop arguing? What are the things I'm saying that you don't like? These are the things that you are doing that I don't like. If you want me to change it, let me know. If I want to change it, give me time. When you talk about things, solution comes. So, without question, you will live your life on assumption. Number 2, without question, you will nurse frustration. You know, some people, they knew their girlfriend is doing something. You are seeing her, she's with you, and she's receiving all these strange calls. She's buying you big gifts that she can't afford. And you don't know where she's getting this thing from. And you are still collecting it. Okay. Bless your soul. Without question, you will nurse frustration. Frustration. You will nurse it. You will nurse it. You will nurse it. And that's not what you want. Question. Without question, you will nurse frustration. Number 3, without question, you will live with depreciation. Because if you don't talk about what you're supposed to talk about, your health will deteriorate because you are having something, a poison in your heart. Do you know, I did Master of Divinity and I did chaplaincy, I did about counseling. There is power in when you talk. When you talk, it brings peace into your soul. But if you don't know how to talk, because of respect, like I said, if you have been taking, and you can't take it again, the day you're going to bust out, nobody will be able to help you. You will say things that you're not supposed to say. You will do things that you're not supposed to do. And you know what happens? You will find yourself where you don't want to be. Simple. Talk about it right now. Don't let it grow. Don't let it mature. Don't let jungle mature. Talk about it now. I mean now. As you get out of all this program, ask your husband, are there things that you are doing that I need to know? Trouble question. That's what I'm talking about. Ask your boyfriend, hey, how many girls are you dating with me? Where are you working? Now, if you finish school, what are you going to do? Or you want to go to NYC, or you want to start a job. Okay, you want to start business. Okay, now, what if you started working, how much have you saved? You don't need the money. Let him know. That is why, for you to ask questions, you have to be by yourself. Don't ask questions when you are taking money from somebody, and when the person know that you are all about money, they will reveal some things to you. Let me tell you something. This is a secret. You will get the best of people when they are contributing to the relationship. You will get the best of people. Let me tell that again. You will get the best of people when you are contributing to the relationship. Never go to the table without nothing. So why are you here? I just come to make sure everything is good. No. Thank you. Everything is good without you. If you want to add to somebody's value, bring something to the table. That's what I mean. Without question, you will live on absorption. Without question, you will nurse frustration. Without question, you will live with depreciation. Your life will be going down little by little, until you are nowhere to be found. And the fourth things you need to know about questioning: without question, life will offer you lower than distinction. You'll be going to become an average person, because if you don't ask questions, you'll be a floater instead of being a leader. You'll be a floater instead of being a driver. You will be a floater instead of being in charge. Think about those things. Number 5, without question, you will continue to live in devastation. Without question, your life will never be in arrangement. Think about those 5 things: assumption, frustration, depreciation, distinction, and devastation. When I come back, I'm going to be talking to you about David, and we're going to round up. Talk to life. Welcome back. This is Talk to Live, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. I have a few minutes to spend here. One thing I want you to know: example in the Bible, anything I think that is not biblically supported, don't listen to me, is a lie. Everything I teach, you must hear a scripture about it. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 26. When David realized that Goliath was just ranting, want to kill, hey, give me a man. When he got to the camp, he never said he can kill that person. He asked a question. He said, what shall be given to any man who killed the Philistine? What that means, inside what you offer, inside the solution that you present, lies your reward. Get that right. Don't ever offer a solution without expecting something, especially when it's open. Inside the solution you offer lies your reward. Somebody say, Rotimi, but you are teaching something powerful for free. God said I should go ahead and teach it, that one day the person that will reward me will hear. These are things that takes me time, days to put together. Every day. This is not a joke. I'm not saying this for you to give me money. I'm saying this for your life to be better. One day, like I said, I don't know the number of people that are listening to this right now, either now or never. I am going with you. When you go right now, you go to work, you go to bed, wherever you're going, I'm going with you. So how you live your life right now, I'm right beside you. Do you know how many people I've been with? Do you know how many people you're going to share with this with? Do you know how many people that life is going to change? Their life is going to change if you can do things right. That's what I'm trying to say. And when God said, every laborer is worthy of their wages, God will pay me back. That is what I know. Because God told me, don't raise money, raise people. God told me the same thing. I need just 10 people, 11, 12, to just change their life. To say, Rotimi, thank God for this change, my life change. And when I come back, like I said, inside the solution you offer lies the reward that God wants to give you. I will be right back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. Inside the solution that you offered lies the reward that God has for you. Rotimi, does that mean we should not do anything for free? No, I'm not saying that. Somebody offered Coke that they should bottle Coke spread, and that person was compensated. Maybe you don't know. I just wrote an article, 10 things that makes Bishop Adedokun and Jeff Bezos of Amazon unstoppable. Somebody, there are things that you're supposed to know. That's why reading is good. You don't need to read books, but you can read biographies. When Amazon started its business, started selling books, and the day that their customers base got to 1,000, somebody suggested to Jeff Bezos, he said, sir, let us ask these 1,000 people about their feedback. How are they feeling about us? And ask them what else would they like to buy on our platform. Sir, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that is the secret of what brought about Amazon today? Those 1,000 people that responded to Amazon that want to buy this, that's what makes Amazon to expand their business base and start selling everything. Did you see question? Did you hear about that? Question, sir, ma, ask question. Now the company is struggling. Okay, what will be given to that person will bring the company back to their feet. You just want to do it for free. It's not your company. Get this right. You are not staging. It's the truth. Sir, we are not profiting right now. What if I bring a customer? Do you know, poor people think about salary, rich people think about profit. Let that goes with you. Profit will all the time. You can be taking $50,000 as your annual pay. It doesn't matter. Let's increase it to 100,000. But remember, you only get paid when you work. But what if you are working with the marketing department and you tell them, each customer that I give you, you are giving me $1 as my royalty? He said, sure, $1 is nothing, right? Okay. What about each customer that I give you are giving £1? It's nothing, it's nothing. Okay, it's nothing. But why can't you work on yourself? I call it the law of makeup. I'll talk about it later. I don't want to reveal the secret. So, why can't you work on yourself and bring 100 customers extra to make £100? You say it's nothing. Why can't you work on the 100 customers that you bring it to the business to bring at least one person each? Oh, that will give you just 100 people bringing another 100. That's just 200. What if one day you are working on it? They call it network. That's why we call it. How do you think TV station, television station, Walmart, Facebook, Twitter, how did they make their money? The number of people who are using your platform will determine how much money goes back to you. How did Mark Zuckerberg make his money? So the question is, if you solve the question of the problem of your company, make them bring their customer base back to up to 1 million people under you, and they are giving you £1. Let's say in a year. Do you know how much is that? This platform is to get you thinking. So don't worry about it. Why is it that they promote marketers in bank? Because they bring money. Okay. What about you work with them, that you take a customer outside your shop to Nigeria, to Ghana, and more people are buying the same product? Think about it. Your solution is in the problem that you solve. The reward that God wants to give you, not men. Oh, they just need to give you. Okay, it's not fair. I don't know how the currency you guys spend in England, but I know it's pound. I don't know if you divide pounds into two. I don't know what it's being called, but I know 50 cents. Let's say you have 1 million people buying a product from a company through you, and the company is giving 50 cents per each customer in a year. Don't say in a month, in a year. Do you know how much I'm going to be making? $500,000 US. What is 1 million? $1 for one customer. That's 1 million. Think. Don't ever offer what will give you money for your that will better your family, and say you are giving it for free. No. In free time, nothing is free. Every good thing is not free. Every free thing is not good. Get this right. Get this right. Get this right. What if all the people that are listening to you right now, and you decided like, okay, I'm going to bless Rotimi with this. Let me invite just one person to just listen to this program and tell that person to share. Tell one person to share. Tell one person to share. Do you know how much that YouTube is going to give me if 1 million people watch it around the world? That's what you... I'm not saying today. I'm saying that in next year, 2 years, somebody's going to see this teaching that's going to change their life. That is what I am preaching. Question. David said, what will be given to that man who killed this Goliath? He never said, hey, I can kill him. No, don't be too forward. That's how poor people do. Don't be too forward. That is how poor people respond to life. I will say it again. Don't be too forward. That is how poor people respond to life. That is not enough. When they came to take everything that belongs to David in 1 Samuel chapter 30, in verse 8, he asked a question from God. He never takes steps. He said, God, shall I pursue them? Shall I overtake them? And God responded. God did not respond to his crying. God did not respond to talking. God responds to question. 1 Samuel chapter 30. But all these are in the Bible. Bishop Oyedepo has God. Now that he said I should go on full time, who pays me? And God said, I am the one that will pay you. How? He said, minister to people, impart people with the word, and they will respond to you. It's simple. All this, Luke 10 verse 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 11. These are the two scriptures God gave to Bishop Oyedepo. And everybody knows today he's not a poor man, right? To get it. So, we have come a long way. Let me just ask you, who are the people you're supposed to question? Who are the people you're supposed to question? One, ask question. No, I'm not saying you should question. I'm sorry, I take that back. Who are the people you're supposed to ask question? Ask your boss question. I've told you before how to be promoted. One, ask your boss, why did you hire me? Why did you accept me among others? And ask him again or her, sir, what are you trying to achieve so you can be promoted? Wow, look at that. Why do you hire me among other people who are smart? And sir, when are you due for your next promotion? What is it that you have to achieve to be considered for it? And take the third question. He said, if I fail you in why you hire me, and if I did not contribute to your promotion, call me to order, write me up. You can't do that. It has worked for me. It will work for you if you put it in practice. I'm not going to guarantee you, but I will tell you, if you do what I say, you will see things that you have never seen. Good thing. Don't question people. Ask them question. Ask your boss question. Ask your parent question. My mother told me, he said, Rotimi, I said, Mommy, he said, you cannot afford not to know Jesus. I said, why? She said, I almost lose my marriage. But I pray to God that God, give me just one son. Just one, please. He said, when you showed up, I named you Samuel because I asked you from God. So you have to know the person. If you have ever watched my video, go and Google it or put it on YouTube, I mean. Then, what I call it, 7 lessons from my mother. You will see it there. It's just 4-minute video. You can watch it after this. The things that she told me when none of my sisters are there. Somebody who knows me very well where I grew up, she's listening to me right now. She knows what I'm talking about. She told me this when nobody's there. So I'm telling the secret things. So ask your parent, what are the things you went through before you had me? What are the things that happened between you and my daddy? Ask your daddy, ask your mommy. What are the things that's going on in your mind? What is it that I'm doing? What can I do to be a good child to you? Yes, you need to ask those things. Ask your spouse question. I've told you the question to ask before. How can we make our marriage good? Look at that. That open up things. What are the things I'm doing that you don't like? Did you see that? Yeah, no. Write this question down and read it to yourself. You will see how powerful are they. Baby, please, I know you have been feeling, you have not been feeling me again. Is there anything that you want me to change? Did you see that? Oh my God, these are good questions. I think you should ask somebody those questions. Please, please, please. Can somebody help me? If you know this, what I'm saying, you like it, whatever you are doing right now, help me to like this program. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Instagram? Like and share right now while I'm talking to you, please. I'm going to round up in the next few minutes. So, like and share. Can you do that for me right now, please, everybody? Please, 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 just like and share. I'm going to be rounding up. Okay, ask your boss question, ask your parent question, ask your spouse question, ask your in-law, ask them question. Ask them question. I won't tell you the kind of question you should ask them. Tell Holy Spirit to help you. Yes. Ask them question. Ask them question. And ask your spiritual leaders, your pastor. Pastor, what are the things you think that if somebody do for you in this church that can make you to deliver your assignment well? You know, I've seen pain in my life when I was pastoring. We moved to a place, and that's the only place we can afford. And the church member got angry. I have to almost clean the toilet myself before a lady showed up out of a lot of people. Somebody has abused me to my face before. Somebody that I was pastoring. Talk to me anyhow. And the Lord said, hey, don't say anything. And the next day, God said, hey, hug him. Shake him. I shook him. And today, he never apologized. And we are still good. Questions are good. If God should speak to you, men cannot cheat you. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to say. If you can allow God to speak to you by God, this is the situation that the life is presenting to me. How am I going to do it? Help me. What do you want me to do? Don't question God. Ask question. Don't question God. Ask question. Ask question. Ask question. Don't question. 5 people that you need to ask question from: your spiritual leader, your in-law, your spouse, your parents, and your boss. I'll be right back to ask you the question of the day. Talk to life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Hey, thank you everybody. I want to celebrate you. And for everyone who sent birthday wishes to my beautiful wife yesterday, thank you. I celebrate you. Those things, she really, really liked your messages. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was telling her jokingly that in the next 150 days, I'm going to be celebrating another great landmark birthday in my life. So 150 days from now, as God tarries, we're going to be here celebrating. I'm going to be celebrating a powerful year. Please, the question of the day. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Among these 5 categories of people, what are you going to ask questions from today? Don't question them, ask questions. But I want you to start from whom? Start from your husband. Start. Ask him, baby, is there any way you want me to dress that I've not been dressing? You know, lady, I told you, don't lose your vibes. You are still the same guy that this guy was saying that the chemistry was there. Don't ever use spirituality to erase chemistry. You know, guys rule by what they see. Oh. Don't just marry and be tying wrapper out. You better stop that. Wear your shirt and let his head be torn. Yes. Let him get away from work and be coming home straight. No matter where I am in my life, I'm coming home. I don't go anywhere. Anytime I leave, when I was pastor in San Antonio, next flight, coming to Tulsa. Yes. Up your game. Ladies, up your game. Up your game. Fight for your marriage. Pray and cook well. Dress well. Is the same guy. I was saying jokingly that if I'm a lady, nobody can look at my husband's face twice. No. Maybe because I'm talking as a man. When he's sleeping, lay hands on his pillow. Lord, I pray for my husband. Evil eyes will not see him. All those strange girls, they will not see him. Lord, surround him with fire. Any girl with a negative intent, burn them with fire. And you pray in the Holy Ghost on it. Are you not the one cooking his food? But much more, ask him question. Baby, what is the next thing that your family want to do? Now we buy a house. Now we pay over our debt. What is the next thing? And when he asks you before you go to somebody with a question, ask a question in a solution in your heart. So I'm going to ask you again. Among the 5 categories of people that I say you should ask questions from, who is the first person you're going to ask question today? Do it today. And you can send me a message on Rotimi Adedokun. I'm on Facebook at I am Rotimi Ade or Rotimi Adedokun. Please, please, please. If you talk to me on Facebook, I promise you I'm going to respond to you. Yes, I respond fast on Facebook than any other places. So, thank you so much. I celebrate you, your energy, your capacity to come with this guy, to come this far. Thank you. Tomorrow, same time, same place, I'm going to come with another powerful episode on Talk to Life, Early Money Unlimited Inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more thing. Remember that you are designed for royalty and you cannot afford to settle for less. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, ask question. Question reveals intention. Question is a tool that is used by the wise to dig out everything that has been buried. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, Jesus loves you and I love you. Thank you. Remember to click the like button and share with your friends and family. Let somebody come join us tomorrow and much more. Invite somebody to join you tomorrow. I'll see you. Talk to Life. Early Money Unlimited Inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun.